Hello and welcome to the first ever Northern Nooks for the Northwind Online. In this segment we get guided access through some of NMU's more specialized areas that most Wildcats will never get the opportunity to see. Today we're at the McClintock building to go through the Communications and Performance Studies Lab, also known as the CAPS Lab. Dr. Charles Ganzert will guide us through one of the more sophisticated recording studios in the Upper Peninsula.
The McClintock Lab for the Communication and Performance Studies program here at Northern is a facility where students can get hands-on experience. I mean, you can read about broadcasting, you can read about production all you want, but it's a craft. You have to develop that craft over time. I can read about being a woodworker, and I can understand what the job is, but that doesn't make me a woodworker until I start making things and putting things together. We're trying to do that exact same thing here in this McClintock studio space.
In addition to the classrooms, editing bays, and equipment checkouts, students can hone their camera skills in the video lab.
Not only do we have a classroom where we can meet and talk to students, we also have a studio space. And that's where we are now. We're in the academic studio space in McClintock. It consists of 2 rooms. I'm in the larger of the rooms right now, which is actually the recording space, the video space. And next to it, over to my right, you'll see the control room, which is where the technical control is for all the cameras and the gear, but also the place where the director will sit and sort of sing out the commands for the production that's being done.
Right now I'm in one of the recording studios. The sound room, though, is where I'm at. So Dr. Ganzert, you're in a completely different room. How can you hear me right now?
Well, we're actually in room F, and this room is similar to the big room that we just visited, but it's sort of the smaller brother. And what we have is a recording space where we can bring in a band or an interview, which is where Brice is, and we can go through the wall using a series of jacks into the mixing board, and you're actually listening to him speak over the speakers in the room here.
Studio G is the crown jewel for the CAPS Lab. The audio studio is big enough to fit classes in, and the recording room holds a state-of-the-art Toft recording board.
We can edit, we can record, we can mix, we can use EQ, we can compress and limit, we can do anything you would want to do in a professional studio somewhere else. The Pro Tools software we're using is a real common professional software that you would see in other studios. I've traveled around the world doing media work of different kinds, and I've seen Pro Tools in use in Mexico, Mongolia, and in India. So it's not only a software you would see in the United States in most studios, but you would see it in other countries as well. And we're very proud of the facility that we have.
Thanks again to today's tour guide, Dr. Charles Ganzert of the CAPS Department. Check out the Northwind Online next Thursday for our next Northern's Nooks. For the Northwind, I'm Brice Burge.